Alright, muri yeZimbabwe kusangana kwatiri kuita zvakare ipo pano paZimu News update apo patinoda kupa first hand update anonga ari kuitika munyika yedu yeZimbabwe. Sekuziva kwatiri kuita muri yeZimbabwe masondo adarika waMnangagwa vaita musangano nemaarmy generals usanganisira nema-retired ma-ex-combatants ndofunga kanokwana iko kuita katatu. So tiri kuona nezuro pane musangano wakagarana naHenry Muchena wakazobuda uchitaurwa waya kuti wakazoguma kunongedzana wakuita sei. So tiri kuona havana kuwirirana pamusangano iwowo. So tiri kuona musangano wakaitwa nezuro panga paina ana matatu panga paina ana Pfuma nei kusanganisira naSukotsa kukanya uya ainge ariko. So tiri kuona kuti pari kurongwa kuti vange vachiassassinata ma-war veteran vari kunetsa ava nema-ex-combatants ma-retired generals wese vari kunetsa vange vachiassassinatwa because tiri kuona kuti vanhu vazhinji vari kunetsa vanofanira kuassassinatwa kuti bill iri ringopase pasina kana anopikisa. Ndozvona zviri kuita ndosaka muri kuona magenerals esaya akauraya. So muri yeZimbabwe hazvina kumira zvakanaka ndo musangano wainge uri kuPrickep Farm nezuro. Muri yeZimbabwe panapa tichikutari chikupai ma-first hand update because tari tichitora news idzi kubva kuna Comrade Soko even kana kuna Rutendo Matinyarare. Ana Rutendo Matinyarare vanga vatoziva zvese zvazviri kuitika kuti kudogarwa musangano kuPrickep Farm nema-army generals kusanganisirana navo pamuchinguri Minister of Defense whatever zvese tatakutozviziva muri yeZimbabwe. So vanenge vaine ma-first hand information ndo vanonge vachitipa pano tozokupa kure tichikudze kuti zvinenge zvakamira sei. So zvina kumira zvakanaka kuna Henry Muchena retired general Henry Muchena kusanganisira nema-war veteran vakasiyana siyana ana Nox Chiwero ana chichi chimwe zvina zvinomira zvakanaka kusedi kwa. So toda kuti tinzwe makomrade tinawo pano tinzwe kuti zvinenge zvakamira sei.
Difference atinawo anogona kuamendeka tikaita chinhu chimwe chete tikafighta against this bastardizing of constitution of Zimbabwe iri kuitwa iyi tochiona way forward. Kana kune vamwe varohwa negrenade kusaidi toko vari kukanda vakauya vachiti vedu vetu ngatibatsiranewo chinoenda kutebho totaurirana izvo kuti hativade ndoona kuti sokuti angojetika tikada kuramba takamira munyaya ya2017 kuti aiwa ngavamire kwavo vega chichichi. Remember 2017 there was a very good opportunity 2017 angojedzika. Tikada kuisa kuVAR izvezvi zvangojedzika mukaianalyze muchiisplita kudaika munotoona kuti paya ane opportunity paya but opportunity vanhu takanyanya kurelaxa tika-investa imwe trust kune vanhu vakaita sana Mutsvangwa vatatisa tamboshanda navo tikangoti tinova trust but trust me angojedzi pfungwa iripo izvozvizvi nema-lessons edu a2017 kana ukaita ma-injuries kuri kubva grenade tinoita unit ine purpose ine ma-binding agreement we move forward. Ndo zvandiri kufungawo izvezvi because kuti tirase vanhu vanenge vaurawa negrenade angojedzika tichiti aiwa ndezvenyu ikoko nokuti ndimi makakanda I think ipapo hatisi kuda kuavoida this grenade. So unit with purpose, we can fight and together we can fight this thing, we can achieve it. Kana tizoparadzana kuti vekudhujera moyawo kwangu vekwachari vekwamwendazi iyoyo tozozviona kana tamboruwa chigrenade ichi. Pari zvinezvi ngatimbobatanai ngatimbomirai kuti uyu anoziva sterek uyu anodiwa sterek uyu azodai ngatibatanai towards collective. Ngatiite collective agreement ngatipushei. I still believe kuti pane ma-loopholes akawanda tinogona kuita kuti chinhu ichi chistake chaputika because pachanetsa angojedzi miriwo ichatadza kuibva kudzimboko trust me. Saka ndo submission yandinayo mukandionerawo sahwira wangu tuboya munongomuudza kuti no tiri mumwe chete but mistake yakocho wake ngasiyane nayo yokuti anenge ananoni madweke akamborwa mapenalty 9 akagoisa 8 Gabriel history yake anambobvira rowa kana penalty 1 akunza rowe penalty last kick muudze ate zvaratuboye kuti vasiyane nazvo izvozvo kujera iripo. Hatisi kuzombotyiswa zvedu nevanhu vakaita sevamwe atiri kuona zvedu hatichawatauri nemazita avo but grenade harisi kuputikira one side richaputikira nevari kanda. Many thanks.
Right, thank you very much. I do appreciate. I like your grenade. I like your grenade thing. Right there. It's quite, yeah, it's quite significant.
Kapatana padare kawana kuna kutozobva pano achimhanya waitaura kuti mudhara
takanda kuudza kuti mungorine une shugu dzehwidza dzinongoti paru makumbodonha.
I liked that because it's it brings in sometimes you need to bring in these metaphors so that people can understand some of the things that we are dealing with. Because right now, one is a Cup 3, and they don't understand what that document is all about. And they don't understand what it is that is about to happen, and why that thing, if it is not kept, why that thing can cause consequences that can reverberate into the future. People are not seeing past that. And people are not seeing that. Okay, if you want to look at our constitution, by the people and for the people, it's more of a foundation of the house that is called Zimbabwe. It's a foundation of that house that is called Zimbabwe. That constitution, the one that we authored in 2013. And now you bring in Cup 3. It's like you're bringing in somebody who wants to dig. They want to dig under the foundation whilst people are living inside. Those we dig up. You can't be renovating a foundation without consulting the people who live in the house. You can't do that. Because if you do that in the way which that they want to do it, the whole structure is going to be unstable. And for us citizens,
can I ask you a question?
For us as citizens, this matters because we are the homeowners, we are the landlords, and we are the ones who ensure constitutional stability. And why I am saying an amendment that disturbs the foundation of the house requires us to be involved. The public of Zimbabwe to give their consent, not the consent that was experienced in the last 3 months. That is not the consent that we are talking about here. Because if a consent wanted to be sought, then everyone should have been given the opportunity. I understand time they allocated 4 days. But out of 90 days, you allocate 4 days. What was the motive for doing that? It means there are sinister motives. This thing is not in good faith. They understand what they're about to do, and they understand how this is going to be affecting the people of Zimbabwe. And for them to not be accountable to the people of Zimbabwe, they choreograph this thing. They bring in, their actors. They bring in people that they would have coached to say, go in there. If you want me to pick you, this is the sign for you. You just raise your 3 fingers, and I will, come to you and say, "Good, you also warning, for some of us, those are some of the things that we're witnessing along the way, and we said, "Good, hang on a minute here. We cannot do this thing in this manner." Because this is not, representative. I understand what representation, is all about. I understand that, if you say that 300,000 people are going to be representative of the people, because you cannot accommodate all the 9 million or 10 million, people who could have, taken part. But at least you need to have a sizable sample that can be representative of the whole population, of Zimbabwe. But we did not get that. And this is why we are saying it was the Martin thing here. And the way this thing, was done is not right. You did this thing in a way that is not representative. And that is where the problem, becomes. Because there were a lot of biases, that were involved in the way that thing, was conducted. We witnessed, destruction of property. We witnessed arresting of people. We witnessed beating of people. We witnessed unruly behavior towards people. And where there was a genuine reason to institute arrest or a genuine reason to make investigation that can lead to arrest, all that was swept under the carpet. And then one is the audacity to come to us and say, oh, the process was fair. Where is the fairness in that? There's no fairness. But anyway, enough of me.
Yes, sir.
Muchena.
Yeah, so there's a lot to say, but I'm limited on time. First thing, there are warnings that people are sharing that this letter represents pseudo champions of the people. They are saying the right words to sound as if they are a part of the people, but they are not. However, there's also a question to say, so who is the people if they are also not part of the people because of what they represented in the past? Now, the so-called people, yesterday, we listened to Tendai Bit explaining the history of our constitution of 2013 and what the CAP 3 does. And did you watch that presentation, sir?
I haven't finished watching it. I think I saw the part David quoted.
Okay, yeah, it is quite powerful. I downloaded the video, posted it. Not all retweets are created equal, sir. Please reshare with your audience.
No.
Yeah, because at the moment
I was
just
preoccupied in something that disappear for the past 5 days or so. Yeah, but I will.
So at the moment it's sitting at 500 views only.
Right. Okay.
So yesterday we listened to it, we discussed it, and Mercy said this is quite beautiful, but unfortunately it's falling. I'll use the analogy of the parable of the sower, which is good seed that is landing on the road to be picked up by birds, and it will germinate into nothing. Because the so-called people are not ready for this message. We all know what happened in 2017, and signs are pointing to say, should that, somebody actually today used the words, restore, Operation Restore Legacy 2.0. I'm like, it has a name already. So if Operation Restore Legacy 2.0 is to happen, trust me, paper 2 will hit us, and we are not prepared. In as much as we want to say, we the people are the ones who own this and we will do what we need to do. There is no movement in we the people that they are doing. And they don't have the understanding and appreciation of their power. Earlier this morning, we were with Zeti, and he was explaining about the power that the people carry. And people don't understand what they carry. It's like a household with parents, but it's being ruled by the kids. A 7-year-old child making decisions in the house just because the parent doesn't realize the authority that he has over the household. So there's a lot that we really need to accept and then act with speed so that we are not hit by paper 2. Because these pseudo people champions will go ahead and do it and claim to say we did this for the people. And the people won't be organized to say, no, we reject this. We'll just